Lucy Letby received a whole life sentence, and one of the things that has sparked great outrage is the fact that she was not present at her sentencing. And now what is happening is that there is discussion in Parliament about basically forcing people to be there for their sentences. And this is completely understandable because for many victims, they want the chance to say what they need to say and to feel heard. But one of the takes that is probably really important to understand, and I think it was echoed by a judge from the Old Bailey, was that there is a real risk if you do that for the sentencing exercise to become a circus. You know, let's remove ourselves from Miss Letby, but take, somebody who doesn't want to be there, who's screaming, who's shouting, who's saying how innocent they are, who's swearing about the system, who's crying, who's carrying on. All of that would effectively detract from this exercise, which is about explaining why the sentence was received, making sure that the victims get heard, making sure things are outlined according to law. And then you have the practical realities. Look, what if somebody doesn't physically want to be there? Are you going to drag them in? Are you going to strap them to a chair? What if they're giving the finger? All of this really does cheapen the moment, which is largely for the victims. And so the question then becomes, well, how do we, create a system where people want to do that? And one of the things that was floated is, well, we can say that you don't have to attend, but if you don't attend, there'll be some sort of penalty or there'll be some sort of, adverse consequence. Now, leaving aside people who get whole life sentences, because really, what can you do? That person, they are never seeing the light of day again. There's no point. There's nothing you can really do to incentivize them. But for many people, if not all people, there is some incentive, maybe to get on parole a bit earlier, maybe to show contrition and remorse. It should have some impact. And it's really valid food for thought because it's important, so important, that these sentencing proceedings be carried out with dignity. And if you've got someone there who's going to make that impossible, then really is the upside worth the downside risk? Follow me for more legal TikTok.